takes about 27 minutes to travel from Frederick, Maryland to Charlestown, West Virginia. And Charlestown is similar to Frederick on a much smaller scale. There's lots of Civil War history, beautiful old buildings, and active downtown with homes in the downtown area. But there are some differences, so I'm gonna go over all that, so stay tuned. I'm Jana Classy. This is my husband, Paul, and we are realtors here in the Eastern Panhandle with Snyder Bailey and Associates. Both of these towns tend to appeal to people that like the amenities of living near an area with some small town charm, walkability, nearby restaurants and shopping. There are several towns in the Eastern Panhandle that fit that description, but Charlestown is the closest to Frederick, which is probably going to be more appealing if you commute to that area. So here's 8 things to consider if you're thinking about crossing the border from Maryland to West Virginia, comparing these two towns. Number 1, population density. One of the main differences between these two towns is the population density. 3,000 people per square mile in Frederick compared to 1,000 in Charlestown. So you've got more breathing room between people in Charlestown, which translates into less traffic and congestion and more of a small town feel. Number 2, growth. Even though Charlestown is less dense, it is growing at a higher rate than Frederick. From 2000 to now, Charlestown has grown at a rate of 109% compared to 38% in Frederick. So more people are opting to move here, probably in part because there is less congestion. And that's true for the Eastern Panhandle in general as compared to Maryland. Number 3, employment. The unemployment rate is lower in Charlestown, 3.8% compared to 5.4% in Frederick. And here's something interesting I found on bestplaces.net. The projected job growth rate for Charlestown going out 10 years is predicted to be 13%, while Frederick has a 4.6% job growth prediction. Number 4, cost of living. The main difference between Charlestown and Frederick as far as costs go is the real estate taxes and home prices. A $500,000 home in Frederick will pay around $5,800 a year in real estate taxes. A $500,000 house will be around $2,500 a year in Charlestown. So that's about half. Average home price in Frederick is almost $400 compared to $350 in Charlestown. So housing is going to cost less in Charlestown. Number 5, type of housing. Frederick has some beautiful large single-family homes just outside town with some historic homes, as does Charlestown, smaller scale. But Frederick also has options to live right downtown, which is mostly going to be attached townhomes or condominiums. Prices can range from $300,000 for a 1-bedroom condo to almost $1 million for a large townhome. There's no condominiums or townhomes in downtown Charlestown. There's no condominiums at all in the Eastern Panhandle yet. There are new townhome developments a few miles from downtown. So Frederick's going to have more options for actual in-town living. There are neighborhoods in Charlestown that are walking distance to town. Number 6, nightlife. There's more single people in Frederick and a more active nightlife than in Charlestown. The streets in Frederick are pretty alive in warm weather around 10 o'clock at night. On weekends, there's music, bars, restaurants still busy. Charlestown, not so much. There's a few bars in town, but come 10 p.m., it's pretty quiet. Number 7, politics. Frederick is pretty much divided down the middle between Democrats and Republicans. Charlestown leans a little more toward Republicans, 54% compared to 38% Democrat. But both towns don't have a real strong leaning in either direction. Number 8, safety. According to bestplaces.net, Charlestown wins by far with only a 10% crime rate compared to 33% in Frederick. The U.S. total crime rate is 27%. Another website, crimegrade.org, gives Charlestown a grade of A, Frederick a C-. So that's a pretty dramatic difference. Charlestown is one of the safest towns in West Virginia, and according to several resources, a much safer place to live than Frederick. So, wrapping all this up, if you prefer a less densely populated area, that is a good investment because it's growing both in population and job opportunities, then Charlestown is the best choice. Also, if a low crime rate and lower home prices appeal to you, then again, Charlestown is the best choice. But if you're a party animal and nightlife with more going on around appeals to you, then you may find Charlestown a little low-key. And so Frederick wins on that score. So those are the main differences between Frederick and Charlestown that stand out to me. Shepherdstown's another great little town in Jefferson County, and you can click on the video to the right here to see what that area offers. If you'd like to see what's for sale in all of Jefferson County, including Charlestown, there's a page on our website that has all the homes for sale, as well as more information about the community, shopping, that sort of thing. And that website is meetmeinthepanhandle.com/Jefferson-County. And if you are thinking of moving to this area, give us a call. We'd love to answer any questions and help you through that whole process. My number is 304-264-2828. Okay, thanks for tuning in. I'm going to tune out, and I'll see you next week. Have a great week. Bye.